Fill up.
I drink your milkshake.
You are listening to the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Moving my bones, no place to rest. Traveled up north just to find my head. I'm still cornfed. Cornfed. Moving my bones, no place to rest. Traveled up north just to find my head. I'm still cornfed.
Cooking with Gas Digital. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. This is we back, Cone Fed with Dalton Pruitt. It's me, the first billionaire podcaster, Twitter renegade, Dalton Pruitt, and this is Cone Fed only on the Billionaire Podcast Network. Ka-ching, bing, 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 bing. Did he fill her up? Kevin's back. He's out of He's out of the hospital. He's back, folks. Kevin, how you doing?
Well, I was in jail too. It was a DWI.
He was also in jail. Yeah, they had him at the the medical center for the jail, but he's back. Sal still laid up from his car crash. But we have a terrific guest today, America's Wigger. So some have called him the Wigger Red Bar. It's Crack Amico, everybody.
Dude, that's the best nickname that I've ever gotten in my life. And honestly, it's been in the past few years that I just realized that people use wigger in a derogatory sense. I
Not me,
always took it
dude.
as a compliment.
Not me. Being a wigger is such a distinct kind of style, personality. It's not, it's like in the realm between realms where it's not completely black, it's not completely white either. It's like being Chicano, where it's like you're not Mexican enough to be Mexican, you're not American enough to be American, you're Chicano. And a wigger is like that, but with black and white. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you throw kind of the southern twist in there. I'm just a little blend of seasonings.
Oh yeah. That's the yeah, wiggers do be seasoning their food. They got the Lowrys and the Tony Chachere's.
Crack, where's his wiggered him well?
Craig
Oh, thank you, man.
Craig does what that's the thing about being a wigger is you got to be about that. Like you can't like people can tell when you fronting, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And
See?
like I think me personally, the way I talk is almost kind of more country than anything. Maybe like a little black twang to it, but I'm not out here being like, "Hey, listen up, shawty, let me tell you something, pimp. We was going down to the store, you know what I'm saying?" Like I'm not going crazy overboard with it. I'm not Schultzing it up. I'm kind of just talking how I talk. I'm being who I am. And some people might call it like wigger light a little bit. I don't know. I think I've been in certain situations just based on I started rapping at 14 and my environment since then has kind of just nurtured me to become who I am.
Yeah, and I think with anything, you can always tell when something's genuine. At least I can, because what do they call that? I'm an empath. No, I don't know. I just feel like you can tell when there's like a facade or it's not necessarily sincere when it's like put upon, contrived. Which Schultz, I definitely get that vibe. Schultz and his little Aladdin monkey that he has with him. They both feel like they're putting on like a show, like a performance in their wiggerdom. Whereas like with you, Crack, or that guy on that mailman on TikTok I really like, in Cincinnati, you know, Kid Rock, even the ICP, these are real wiggers. It's in their DNA. They got, they got chitlins in their DNA.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, but you're also like it works for you. Obviously, it works for you because that's who you are. You're also like one of the funniest guys to follow on the internet. You're like really, you just kind of came out of no, like what? So what happened? Like, because you were telling me about it earlier before the thing broke, but you entered a contest for Lewis, one of his many contests.
Yeah, one of the few that actually worked out. Um, but yeah, not to get too like wrapped up in what I was doing at the time. But
Bent.
the the reason that I kind of feel a little kindred to you and kind of what you went through, which was not exactly the same as what I went through. But I didn't really like lose my mind per se, but like I spent a lot of years of my 20s uh really fucked up, just on a lot of alcohol, a lot of coke, a lot of pills, some psychedelics mixed in there. So I was kind of a big rapper in high school and like was known in like other high schools, and then just ended up in a bunch of legal shit and drinking and just basically fucking up to the point where I kind of lost everything. And I would post a song and the same three people would look at it and say it's good, it'd get maybe like 50 views. And then I was listening to rap one day because this is going to sound like the gayest thing anybody's ever said, but I truly feel like podcasting and comedy kind of saved my life a little bit with where I was at. Like it was kind of an outlet for me to listen to shit and laugh and get over kind of the shit I was putting myself through. So one day I just happened to be listening to rap, and this guy sent in some kind of fan mail, and his name was Crack Amico, obviously a play on Zach. And they started thinking, yo, that's kind of a cool name. I kind of like that. What if we made our own contest where we had like a skinny, tattooed wigger, half kind of gayish rapper become the rapper for Gas Digital? And I entered, and I was one of the only people that didn't suck ass. It wasn't even like I'm so good that I won. It was so many people like like sent fucking unintelligible phone recording,
Yeah,
just bullshit.
you were
So
of a pedigree the likes of which Gas Digital usually doesn't see.
yeah,
You
for sure.
of the people that submit to Lewis's like carnival games that he offers. So you came in with like an actual recording and bars. So wait, this guy. So wait, there's just some guy out there who had a username Crack Amico, and now this guy is like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah, we fucking licked his shit.
Yeah. Well, that's that's that saying like good artists borrow, great artists steal. And if you were to emulate, the Black American, then you must steal. Um, but that I mean, yeah, because I've been following you for a while, and I've like listened to some of your stuff, like some of the diss tracks. You won me over like wholeheartedly when you did a diss track about yourself when you lost that fight to Dylan. That, that
Yeah.
was so
Oh
fucking
man,
funny.
I
That
was
that
pulling for
was.
him so hard.
What'd you say, Kevin?
I was pulling for him so hard.
Yeah, trust me, we all wanted Crack to win that fight, and
Yeah.
yeah, and it's not even that I dislike Dylan, but I stand by my original statement that I made about him many moons ago.
Dylan's a faggot.
Yeah, that Dylan's a faggot. Now we gonna get demonetized. Yeah,
Oh shit.
My name is demonetized, and I'm trying to run a YouTube channel over here. But yeah, you lost that fight, and then that diss track you made, it was very funny, and it was also, I'm a bit of a neophyte when it comes to rap, so it sounded great to me. I was like, this gentleman has bars, he has flow. um,
Yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, it sucks that I lost the fight. You know, it wasn't anything like sanctioned. I've never been like a real fighter, and anytime I have, I'm trying to take somebody down to the ground and like kind of wrestle and shit. So boxing doesn't really play into that. And plus, I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 13. So just any kind of endurance I would wish to have is just not gonna happen.
what's your
Uh,
brand?
uh, right now I'm smoking Marlboro Menthol Blacks.
Hell yeah, dude. Nice. I was always on that Camel Crush tip. The Camel Crush, the menthol, whereas it's already a menthol, and then you crush it, more menthol.
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar.
Dude, that was
When
awesome.
when those first came out, my sister's a smoker too, my older sister. When those first came out, you'd have to ask people in the gas station if they had them, and they just looked like a pack of Camel Lights, and they said Camel Lights, and then there was a little neon sticker that said with a boost.
With a boost.
Yeah, Camel Lights with a boost
I
was
didn't
the
know
original
that.
name of Camel Crush.
Yeah, because they hit when I was like 18, I think. Like it was like my senior year of high school, and just everybody started smoking them because it was, that's what it's like combining cigarettes and like toys, I guess, because there's like the little button in it. You get to press a button when you're smoking your cigarette, and then vapes hit like all these. Now it is like a toy. Now we just finally have a toy that is a cigarette. Um, and it's not as good. I don't know. It's not as good as a cigarette, but there's so many fun
Dude,
flavors.
I think they're worse for you, man. I've never been addicted to anything as much as a vape.
Oh, dude. Well, that my day begins either with just ripping vapes in bed or putting in Zins.
That's fucking gotta be bad for you.
Dude, it's like I like open my eyes, there's sleep in my eyes, and I'm just like ripping the vape or I'm putting in the Zins. And that's the key to a healthy morning is I think is I wake up first thing I do, I put in a couple Zins, hit the vape, and immediately start scrolling on my phone. And this was a rough morning for me because I found out that I was permanently suspended from Twitter
Oh my god.
for
For that
post.
Taylor Swift shit you were doing?
Yeah, I was going into like all these AI programs and creating just like cartoons of her if she was pregnant and in hell with Donald Trump. This is kind of the theme was like, what if she was pregnant, covered in blood, and Donald Trump is tending to her, and
Yeah,
their
but you
whole
put up like 100 of these things.
dude. I was like, honestly, I was having so much fun just playing with it, and I just truly felt like, man, the people gotta see this shit. I didn't know it could do this. I just kept posting them. And then I like went to sleep and woke up and they were like, "Well, you can never use this website again."
No, that
Uh,
can't be.
yeah, that they like in the terms and conditions, they even say like, "Don't even fucking try to make another account." Like they just ban you, but you can make another account. But I submitted an appeal. It's really weird how the react like because like Elon bought the website and was like, I'm gonna make this the most based, red pilled, fucking anti 1980, like whatever shit he talks about. And then like the second this pop star gets pissy about these, but the same website where like a couple months ago there was just a video floating around of a guy getting fucked by a horse. Like it's shit like that's constant on that site is like bestiality and fucking like gore videos. But then I can't see what Taylor Swift looks like when she's pregnant. I can't imagine her and Macho Man Randy Savage and she's pregnant. I can't look at that on Twitter.
It's
Ridiculous.
insane.
It's crazy.
There's a profile called CCTV shootings where it's just people in real life, like this really actually fucking happened. A person got shot in their fucking head and you can just watch them bleed out and die. But fucking Taylor Swift getting
Dude.
gangbanged by a nondescript red football team is like, oh shit.
Yeah. Did you see? Because I guess like that one guy, Zubair, who as a like titty connoisseur myself, I don't like the way that he critiques breasts. It's very rudimentary and crass. Um, but that's his whole account has been just like talking about white women's titties, and apparently he was one of the first people to post those Taylor Swift AI things, and they like piled on him. He had said his shit to private, and then that press conference happens with the whoever the press secretary, whoever she like Jean Luc Picard, whatever her fucking name is, and somebody posted something that said, you ever shit post so hard the White House has to hold a press conference." Yeah, it is very strange. Crack, you a fan of Taylor Swift?
No, she's one of my most hated people. probably.
Really?
Yeah, I just think that she's such a I hate when people I have no problem with people being like say a Katy Perry like years ago where people are like, "Oh, it's one of the biggest pop stars and like they're popular and they wear cool outfits to the gala and shit." But when you're one of the biggest artists that is so fucking vague and there's really nothing artistic about what you do and they still try and act like she puts out vinyls and these people act like she's one of the true artists of a generation, I just fucking hate it. Like it's just Target walking around shopping music.
It,
There's nothing
it,
special
it
about it.
is Target as music. Yeah, I've always been neutral on it. Like, I never thought it was bad, but I never thought it was like. I'm like, as far as pop stars go, I always thought like Lady Gaga was better. Beyonce, like I thought there were like better performers out there. And I always like with Taylor Swift, I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess I get it. But then as she started to really like rise in the ranks of stardom, and then you start seeing these like articles come out about how she's like a billionaire. That's where I'm like, I don't really get it. I don't know like what she's doing that's so spectacular.
I think they just pick someone to push, and then they just make them the biggest superstar they can. I don't know why.
I I think it's like she just taps into some sort of wholesomeness that people are looking for. There's nothing scandalous about her. It's like
All
she
American looking ass
yeah,
woman.
she's like very virginal. She has zero sexuality. I don't. I imagine that her and Travis Kelsey have like an I Love Lucy situation with the way that like they have separate beds. They don't, they hold hands maybe, but they don't do much. She does not come across as like a sexual person. She has like zero sexual like charisma. Her whole thing is just seems to be like very you know, just eternally 12 years old. I don't like I maybe that's it. Maybe it's just like eternal youth, the promise of you get to be a dumb bitch forever.
That's why it's funny too. Like I completely agree with what you said, but and until these crazy ass photoshops or deepfakes or whatever the fuck they are, I had never looked at her as sexual. And then I saw the like fucking her red ass cheeks over a pole in the bleachers, and I was like, damn, okay.
That was a nice touch to paint her red like that. I was like, damn, dude, this is nasty. Yeah, the pictures, that was the thing. When I first saw those photos, I was upset because I had never seen or she doesn't come across as sexual to me. She comes across as like the Virgin Mary. So seeing her presented that way, there like I was like unsettled by it. Like, nah, she ain't supposed to be getting fucked by the entire Kansas City Chiefs. That's not something she would do. But I also didn't think it was real. I didn't think like for a second that it was a deep fake or that's the thing's been driving me fucking crazy is the people that are calling it deep fake and gang rape and revenge porn. It's like no, that is a completely different fucking thing than what this is. This is a cartoon. This is clearly not real. You would have to be, you know,
Yeah, and
retarded.
most of the pictures she has like 12 fingers and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just her likeness, but it's obviously not real. Like really, it's just a bunch of like dumbass fucking fans of hers that are pissed off that somebody did a cartoon. It's like the same sort of moral panic as like if Family Guy back in the day like made fun of a celebrity, or like when South Park made fun of like the Church of Scientology. Like it's just like that kind of shit. So it's just another like weird fucking moral panic brought upon by just a bunch of fat 30-year-old bitches clutching their pearls about this pretty unremarkable pop star. Um but I mean that I guess I understand the market appeal of Taylor Swift because it's like middle of the road shit has the biggest appeal. So it's like, crack, you're a hip hop head. Like the biggest rappers are like the biggest rappers is never going to be like Death Grips. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like even though those guys are unbelievably fucking talented, it's just too out there to ever have like a broad appeal. Like the biggest rappers, who's the biggest rapper right now? JPEG? I don't know.
Um, it's hard to say in what like facet you'd be talking about, but I assume with like pop, you would say Drake
Drake.
is like by far the biggest rap artist.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. Yeah, because he like of what I've heard of him, it's very like well, to me it's just like whatever. It doesn't entice me and it doesn't like draw me in any real way. But if I listen to, I'm no Fantano, so I don't know much about this shit. But if if I listen to like yeah, like Danny Brown or Death Grips or any one of those kinds of acts, it's like that's like pushing the genre into like even like outside of hip hop where it's like blending so many things together. That's like just musically it's interesting. But nobody gives a shit about that. They want candy. They want that corn syrup, corn fed. Um, so who crack? Who inspired you to become a rapper?
Um, well, I would say the first rap that I ever listened to uh was the Wigger God Eminem.
Yes.
Um
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Eminem started with Eminem, which got me really into 50 Cent. And then once I was in high school, Lil Wayne was on his fucking amazing run, and that's when I really like fell in love with rap, and I was like, maybe I can actually do this shit because I feel like I can write some good little rhymes from time to time. It was very like rudimentary shit, but Lil Wayne, uh, Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller were kind of like my big high school ones. And then now I'm inspired by all types of people. Kendrick was a big one back in the day before he got a little bit righteous. And now, like, I used to be kind of like a hip hop Nazi where, like,
Like Kanye.
well, uh, in the way that, like, you have to be basically like in the lane of like a Biggie or like a Tupac. You have to be like a conscious artist. But eventually I was like, fuck, man, I feel like I'm just kind of bumming myself out. And I kind of learned how to take creativity from even what people would call mumble rap. And now, like, rappers like Roddy Rich or like Yeet are like, if you look at the lyrics on paper, they're not the greatest, but the way that these guys are using fucking melodies and using their voice as an instrument is kind of incredible. So I pull
Okay.
a lot of influences from everywhere.
Yeah, I get that. That's nice. I'm not like a lyrics guy. I've never been like a lyrics guy. So like the idea of like having conscious lyrics in music to me is I because I can't like understand what anyone's saying in any song. So as long as it sounds good, I'm fine with it. But I've heard that in hip hop there's like the Rappaports out there. Well, they're looking for that Tribe Called Quest shit. They want that the real shit. But also just like shit stuff that's like nonsense is also just very fun. Um, you know,
Yeah, I feel
like
like there
you,
should be a curve that you kind of grade on for like an example, like a Future or a Young Thug. Just the fact that you know they're not going to be talking about shit and you probably can't even understand them, then you grade that differently than if a guy like fucking Tom McDonald is coming. He's like, I have this very important rap song that you need to hear because it's going to teach you lessons. It's like, oh,
yeah,
fucking great. I just wanted to relax and
dude.
fucking
By the way, I was not aware of that guy prior to this Shapiro collab. This collab they did. I didn't know who this guy fucking was. He looks like he should be on like psychopathic records. Like he looks so fucked up. He looks like a member of Twisted. But like I was going crazy because one of the lyrics was like something like they replace they there used to be American flags. They took them all down and they replaced them with BLM flags. So you run flags with flags. And I'm not even like a rapper or a lyricist, but I'm like, you could have gone with tags like graffiti. Do
yeah.
tags. That would work. That fits perfectly in there. And I'm like going crazy because I'm like, well, I guess he knows what he's doing more than me. But no, he's stupid. And that whole song, I mean, it's grifting. I mean, it's just another part of the grift is to make like a purposefully cringy, shitty, like right wing rap song to just get it. It's like it exists for no other reason than like people pay attention to it.
Yeah,
Is
and it creates this cycle of like it's the same as like conservative comedians kind of. It's the same grift where it's like it's a shitty product. There's a forced message, and because it sucks, but because they're talking politics, if you call it shitty, all of a sudden you're on the other side of the ideals instead of just saying, no, this song just sonically sucks, even if you don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
yeah,
So there's
yeah,
no
of
way to
course.
win to hate on it. Like,
Yeah, that's why I try to never have any like consistent opinions or convictions about anything. Like I just like truly just troll everything and talk shit about everything. Because as a grifter, I'm not trying to like lean one way or the other on the political aisle. I'm trying to get the bag. And so
yeah.
I'll do what I got to do to get people to pay attention to me, but I want people to understand I don't care about anything. So I'll say whatever I got to say to make people angry in the moment and then get people to follow me. And then, one day I'll troll, like Cat Turd or Lo-Fi Republican. And then the next day I'm trolling the Chapo guys or whatever. I'm just in the comments planting seeds, hoping somebody sees some of the wild shit that I'm posting. Because I really gotten back into trolling. Like a lot of the times people don't see it, but then every now and then you comment something that's so off the wall that it like grabs everyone's attention, and then your account gets suspended.
Yeah, I was about to say you lost your main trolling source right there. It's gone. You can't even troll anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting it back, dude. I made a new account today, and people, it's like the train scene in Spider-Man 2. They're like carrying me to the back, and then Joey Diaz is gonna be like, he's just a kid. Oh man, that's another thing I love about Craig is like because you're not trying to be a comedian or play that game and suck the cock of every fucking dipshit comedian out there. So you really, dude, you go off on these people in a way that is like honest and also absolutely correct and like holds water. It's not just like coming from a place of pettiness. Like your criticisms are like, yeah, this is actually probably how most people feel about this shit.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm not I have a lot of funny thoughts in my head, and I've been listening to comedy and the sort for a long fucking time. But by no means am I a standard funny guy because I feel like rap I've been doing forever. Funny, not funny, whatever. I feel like I'm very polished, I'm very good at it, but like this broadcasting shit and being funny shit, I'm very new at. So I almost feel like it's better for me to try and provide the truth and hope that it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because there's not a lot of people that are going to say this the same shit that have somewhat of an online profile. So I feel like if I can provide that for people, but me and you are two kind of confusing people in that way because me and you will tell the truth about shit and almost in a passionate sort of way that people will agree with. And then in the next tweet, we'll just say some shit we completely do not believe just because it's funny.
Yes. Yeah, that's what
So
I'm saying.
It's a great way to live.
I don't present any consistency with anything I do. I'll contradict myself sometimes in the same sentence. I'll be like saying one thing and then like it'll immediately I'm just like contradicting what I'm saying because I'm not like smart. I'm very stupid. I just have a lot of opinions and feelings about things. And yeah, I mean like comedy's so fucking stupid, but it's like there is like an interesting thing happening where there's like this shift. It's like the response to this like boom that happened, like what a lot of these YouTubers I follow call the Rogan effect. But there is this like shift happening where this whole new market has opened up that exists just to shit on these people. Because like some of these channels, some of these like I hate comedians channels have like millions of followers, like more than like comedians that you would consider successful. You know, like fucking like Turkey Tom or Too Lazy to Try or like channels like that. Guys who just make like weekly video, like 30-40 minute videos where they're like, is Shane Gillis losing it? Is he losing? Is he losing his edge now that he's friends with Joe Rogan? and, and those and I don't. Yeah, it's interesting like that. That's like a market that's opening up now where people moved from like stand up to podcasting to YouTubers complaining about both of those things.
Hey, don't you ever talk about the porcelain account. That was my favorite fucking channel of all time.
I ain't saying a goddamn negative thing about porcelain. That's the thing though. Is like there's so much like I guess like just cocksucking in comedy where like all of these people are acting like all of them are the shit. Like they're all shaking hands and be like, you know, like that thing that you posted about that Schultz movie with Snoop Dogg. I guarantee you, every fucking person in his corner in his sphere is going to be like, "Yo, dog, no joke, funniest movie I ever seen is this direct to video movie you did with Snoop Dogg that nobody knew was coming out. Brilliant comedic performance, dog." You know, and they all did that with that Burt Kreischer movie that everyone's already even forgot. It was truly the worst thing that could happen to a movie. It sucked just enough for everyone to forget about it. It wasn't even like it's just forgettable.
Yeah,
That's how much
it couldn't even have like the room effect where you can watch it and there's things that you can laugh at and it becomes like almost like a cult following of how bad the movie is. It's just so like there's nothing here. It's just a bad movie.
yeah. And so like yeah, but all these people have to like pretend like for seemingly no reason that they all like really like and respect each other because like if everyone's successful and has their audience then what are you gonna look like? I dude like that Cat Williams thing kind of blew me away because I don't think I had ever seen anyone at that level who's respected as much as him do what he did, and it kind of opened the floodgates on openly hating everybody, just being a hater. Because look at how he did that, and look at how many of these fucking people just turned into like bitch made little queers begging him to like them, posting like weepy selfie videos. Ice Cube just being like, "Ah, cat, now I know you went on the Shay Shay show and you said some things, but I'm here to set the record straight." And it's like you look like a bitch right now by making this video. You look fucking stupid doing this because you're begging Cat Williams to like you.
Yeah.
And Chappelle even did. Chappelle is like drunk on stage, doing the he's like hour 5 of his set, being like, "If I tell y'all what really happened to me and hit the cat with," I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about, but he was mad at Cat Williams about the whole thing. So I'm with you, Craig. It's fun. It's fun to hate. It's honestly, it's just fun to hate people.
Well, does it make any sense? And like this is the thing that like I think I would argue people that don't like Red Bar or think he's like a fucking parasite or whatever. Like I think it's pretty undebatable that like comedians are people that make fun of fucking anything, and it can be shit in especially on like podcasts, like in pop culture or like a meme video that's going around. That's a real person that they have to deal with this embarrassment, and you're calling them fat and diabetic and they look like shit. And like, I have no problem with that. Obviously, I would do it too, but it's like, so you come at all these people, but the only people that are sacred are the people making fun of everything. It almost seems like comedians should be made fun of and make fun of each other more than anybody else because you should be the one that's able to take it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't get why it's the most thin-skinned bunch of pussies I've ever seen. Is like successful professional stand-up comedians. Like they act like they're like precluded from any sort of criticism. And I don't know, and I don't know anyone else that's doing anything creative that acts that way. Like anyone else who's like making things understands that like part of the job is that people will criticize your work, good or bad. Like they'll have things to say about it. And it seems like comedians really can only handle it when people say good things about them. And then with any negativity is like, they just say like, "Oh, you're just being a hater. You didn't even follow your dreams like your dad wasn't the vice president of Merrill Lynch like mine was that helped me make this career. It's me, Tom Segura, and I'm yeah. They're all like just. It seems like people getting a little too big for their britches, and I think there's like socially, like in the way people are now because you mentioned the very gay thing you said earlier, crack that podcasting saved your life, which is yes, gay. But a lot of people have expressed that sentiment about like comedians and podcasters, like tons of people. And I think there's like a lot of people that are like projecting themselves onto these people, onto like these comedians, and so they become like almost like Taylor Swift fans about these guys because like whenever I talk shit about other comedians, I don't even do it anymore. Whenever I talk shit about these people, like I'll have people come at me as though I like directly insulted that person. Like they'll stand up for whomever, Bert Kreischer or whatever, and I'm like, hey man, you understand like you and I have more in common and would probably be boys more than you would with Bert Kreischer. He wouldn't fucking piss on you if you were on fire.
Yeah. That's why that's the thing I don't understand is like, and a lot of people glorify like those cellar days, back in the day where you had like Patrice and Jim Norton and Bobby Kelly and all these people that were like horrifically honest with each other. And I don't even think that it was necessarily funnier. Maybe those guys weren't even funnier than comedians now, but it's just the realness of it where just say in a world where they're together, Patrice is on O&A and he knows who Stav is, and he just brings up like, you see this fat motherfucker Stav doing this corny ass Ravens shit, and they're friends, they know each other, they're gonna see each other, but it's like
Right.
now it's like, don't you dare even say anything negative about the fat come town laugh track.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and it does seem like it's always been like you have to be at a certain, you have to like earn your stripes to be able to talk shit that way. Otherwise, you're just, you don't know your rank. Because I got that a lot. Like I would never back down from like just talking shit and being a dickhead. Like when
But
I
the thing about that is like nobody who's not funny enough would even attempt that. And you were funny enough on that level where you could do it and like bust the balls of those bigger comedians, and it worked because you were that funny. And why would you wait a few years to be as funny as you actually are?
Yeah. I mean, but also like my thought process was like, I'm poor. I'm not successful. I'm fucking nobody. It shouldn't bother this person that I'm doing this. It shouldn't bother them that anyone would do this because they've achieved like a level of success and wealth that someone of their intellect and skill set would not have been able to achieve, 100 years ago. It's like only in this time could absolute fucking retards build generational wealth like this. Like lazy fucking idiot retards are just making money hand over fist. So it's like, I mean, yeah, what do you have to complain about? Like, what do you have to be sensitive about? But like, yeah, when I pulled that stunt on Dave Smith, he was fucking pissed about that.
Yeah, and I
Like it
remember feeling weird in real time when I was watching that because I was watching that like as it came out. I remember feeling weird and awkward in a way of like, is this like a bit they're doing that Dave's getting upset about this? Like it was so
No, it was
foreign.
very real. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and like I think looking back on it, I think a lot of people were watching a man actively lose his fucking mind.
That was the beginning of it.
Yeah, you were watching someone slip into madness, but I didn't know that that was happening, and I guess no one else did. Um, but yeah, he was very upset in the moment, but that has to just be born of insecurity from the fact that like he's constantly surrounded by like the best comedians on the planet, verbal assassins, murderers, the the best. And he just kind of makes good political points if you are a libertarian.
Did
Uh,
Dave go on like a 10-minute like shit fit about it or something?
no, it was in the moment. He did not brush it off. He wasn't joking about it really. He was very upset in the moment.
Um,
And then he had to like cool off afterward and remember like, oh, I'm rich and Jewish or whatever. Like I don't know, because he didn't hold any like grudge against me afterward, but like in that moment he was like really fucking pissed. But
yeah.
I get I guess if you like build up a scene for yourself where you're like living the life of a rock star and you put yourself inside this like gilded cage that way, that any of the dregs, the fucking peasants like me would dare even talk to you as an insult.
I do think Kevin Brennan's very funny.
Kevin Brennan is funny. He also has the problem I do, which is like maybe just shut the fuck up, dude.
He's
um
very annoying, I
he's
will
also
say. Like
annoying, yeah.
he's funny, but he's very fucking annoying.
It's crazy that people as annoying as him and his brother found any success in entertainment and broadcasting. Like
Yeah.
just the way their voices sound and their attitudes and like temperament, it's astounding that they were able to like get in the industry in any way. Because Kevin used to have like pretty big time success in terms of like what most people would consider success. Like I'm sure in the hierarchy of the industry, he never really made it, but every Tom, Dick, and Harry in New York, every open micer that's like trying to do that job is trying to get like some writing job at SNL, and he had that, and he did the road headline, like he did all of it. In my mind, that's success. And then every step of the way, he just like couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut, and nobody wants to work with him.
Yeah.
Um, And so, but I mean, that's a good thing about I guess the internet now is you just fire up the camera and say, fuck it, I'll just do this. I'll just like ingratiate myself with the other dipshits online and make my money that way.
Well,
That's my
you've kind
plan.
of inspired me in that way, which I don't really have much of an option because I'm here in North Carolina, which is kind of like bumfuck as far as entertainment goes. I considered moving to Philly for a while, but it didn't really work out. I like where I live. It's just there's nothing around, but now I'm kind of forced to use the technology to get myself out there in some kind of broadcasting way. And I had a thing for a long time where, you know, I'm this guy on Twitter that's like telling the truth and telling you why Tom sucks and why Tony Hinchcliffe is gay and all this shit. And then I'm like, can I be that same guy and have fucking my Cash App and my fucking profile? Like, am I a
Yes.
hypocrite at that point? But like, I've been listening to you, and it's just like, why am I gonna sit here and let these motherfuckers grift and do this shit? And it's like I can't. And I make these little
Dog.
pennies just from doing it, and they make so much fucking money. So you really kind of opened my eyes as far as
Preach.
like the grift. The grift is telling you that I'm grifting.
Exactly.
The
Blessed
honest
be.
grift.
Praise be. Amen. Preach, brother. Dude, first off, grifting is the highest art form. Grifting's tight.
Yep.
And comedy is just a facet of grifting. Any media career is grifting. To say to yourself, I want to work like an hour a night tops and make more money than anyone does doing anything else. That's grifting. Um and I just had this, like my life obviously like fell apart, and so I just had this moment of realization, like with the amount of people that were reaching out to me begging me to like start doing stuff again, and like Kevin here even like dragging me out of it. I kind of had this moment where I was like, I guess I could probably, like, first off, I have nothing to lose, and I guess I probably could just get away with being completely shameless about this. Just openly telling people like, hey, I have no interest other than making money, and obviously I want to make cool shit, but I truly want to make money. I'm not trying to present as like this artist or anything other than I want to get the bag. And the grift is the grift, and I'll trick you into giving me your money by telling the truth.
Well, there's also a grift. There's a grift threshold too, where it's like you have to do so much goddamn grifting and shifting just to make fucking if it was $1,000 a month. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like there's a threshold to the shit. You're not gonna make money sitting there not grifting. So you might as well do it the best you
dog.
fucking can because there is
That
no way to do this without grifting. It's
that
what
was
it is.
my thing on the Loud Boys was like as like manic and stupid as I was, but like a lot of the decisions I made, I really was like trying to get them guys to be like, like we got fucking opportunity here. Like let's start like making some money. Like let's do the fucking song and dance. And it was just, a clash of values. And, like I don't think Joe was ever on board with that idea. And I think Robbie was like, not to besmirch him, he definitely wanted to keep up appearances and be in the entertainment industry. And I was just like, there is no industry anymore. Like you can do like whatever, wherever. And the like the money, if you have the like ability, the talent, like crack, you're just some like low IQ wigger in North Carolina.
Respect.
Respect. We're all low IQ here. Uh, that's my rap name is low IQ. Um, yeah, but just like some wigger in North Carolina, but your talent shines through in cyberspace, and now you have like a nice little foothold. You got thousands of followers on Twitter and Instagram, and that ain't nothing to sneeze at. People don't talk about the fact that like even though that's not like a lot of people, it's tough to get thousands of people to follow you on these platforms. That's like a difficult thing to pull off. You have to have like it's a very particular skill set to be good at the internet. And so it's something I've honed in recently is shit posting. And Craig, you're very good at shit posting.
Oh, here comes Sal right on
Oh,
fucking
Sal's
time.
here. But yeah, I mean I guess there's
Speaking of
like
fucking retards,
there's no real money men anymore, so you don't really have to be in like a big major city. You can move there whenever have the money to do so, I suppose. Um, but I feel like if you're actually like talent like
Yo,
that was like my thing with that writer strike that was happening. I was like, well, these people suck shit. Like, what are we doing? Like, they're not creating anything that has any demand. Nobody wants to watch the shit they're doing. So it's like, I'm sorry you can't pay your mortgage in LA, but also you suck at your job. You're not making anything like nobody's watching the League of Their Own reboot TV show. So I'm sorry that that's not going to be able to pay your bills, but you have to understand that you need to make something that doesn't suck shit in order
arguably
to
the most successful women's sports league.
arguably. Damn, Sal, did you make that background in AI?
No, this is a Diablo 3 poster.
Okay, because I've been
Diablo
playing.
4? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that looks like one of my AI. If there was a pregnant Taylor Swift there, that would look just like something I made.
Her
um,
bands are ridiculous.
yeah, dude, they got me. They got my ass. I mean, I was posting some really crazy shit, some really twisted shit, dude. AI is
I'm worried
tight.
about you.
Crack, how you feel about AI? You like AI? Use it for your raps?
I'm in the process of
Amigo, you're a rapper?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
How you doing,
Man, I love
Sal?
hip hop.
Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you.
Damn, I wish we
Uh,
had Sal here for the interview because I don't know shit about rap.
Do it again, man. I love hip hop. What do you like?
Anyway, okay, yes, Crack. Who are your guys? No,
The
I
goat.
mean,
Who's the goat?
the goats. It's
Better.
hard. It's hard to have these conversations because rap is such a broad art form. But like, if you're just saying, say,
But I'll know what you're all about based on what you say.
I I wouldn't even say maybe my favorite, but I feel like probably the best hip hop artist of all time is probably Eminem.
hell yeah.
That's a good one.
He's one in the top 5 that's like hardest to argue that he shouldn't be there.
Are you basing that off of skill or like prolificacy? Is that a
Uh,
word?
yeah,
Oh,
like
you checked that?
all categories.
Prolificacy.
Okay. Is it a word?
I don't know. It sounds right.
Nice. All categories, you're saying. Okay.
That sounds like
Respect.
a wigger liquor. I'm drinking that prolificacy.
I'm drinking on that prolificacy.
Drinking on that prolificacy. Yeah, let me get a hint. Let me get a henny and prolificacy.
All the extra payments I've been paying on the prolificacies and shit.
Yeah, you got my. They try to take my damn
got-
car.
They got my ass out here trying to take a prolificacy.
So Crack, how do you? So wait, Crack, how do you feel about the criticism that Eminem just raps really fast?
Um, well, I feel like there's a lot of different versions of Eminem. Like, but I feel like he's held up pretty well for how high he's been regarded for years
Also,
and
how
years and
high he's
years.
been, just in general.
Yeah. But like, obviously now the shit that he does kind of sucks and is kind of like ribbity rap bullshit. But
Really?
he's still putting fucking effort in. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's hard.
commend him on that, on at least still trying to do raps instead of doing like family comedies. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's actually still trying to be a hard ass rapper.
Could you imagine if Eminem was doing fucking family comedies and shit?
Oh God, it would suck as bad as
It'd be called
like
Yo,
those,
where am I supposed to go? The sequel.
where I'm supposed to be.
Yo, what am I supposed to do?
That's his his version of Are We There Yet? Is where I'm supposed to be.
Well, what am I? All right.
Where I'm supposed to be.
Oh man,
The
they should
fa-
make a fucking Ken
The
Kniff
family
sequel.
road trip movie with Eminem. Where I'm
Ken
supposed to be.
Ken Kniff from Connecticut, you little bitch.
Yeah, all those like legacy rappers, like all those guys who started as hard ass motherfuckers. Now they're doing like movies about like, I'm dating a single mom now and I got to look after the kids this weekend, and boy are they
Oh
a
my
handful.
God.
Boy are these children a handful.
And boy, are they spunky.
Yeah, didn't you? Yeah, and it's like, didn't you used to sing about like doing drive-bys and like fucking women without a condom and shit?
Yeah, that's why I think it's funny when people say like, all these internet gangsters now, then they're not shit. Back in my day, we had NWA, and I'm like, oh, you mean the motherfuckers that went to the White House?
Yeah.
They were so gangster they felt comfortable in the fucking White House.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
your favorite Eminem song?
Ah, shit. I feel like a really good one, maybe not like rap wise. It's almost more of a singing song, but like one that I feel like is just really good is Haley's song.
That's a good one.
I feel like it's really good. Rap wise, fuck man. I feel like
Shit, man.
Shit.
shit, motherfucker, shit.
Sir, a second chick has arrived for you to do at the same time.
Dude, that got me so good. That was so fucking funny.
I was in stitches, bro.
Dude, every now and then somebody hits me with a meme I never thought possible. That was so fucking funny.
Second chick.
Craig, did you see
What we
that?
missed?
No, what is it?
Somebody took the fucking picture of George Bush finding out about 9/11, and they like put the handlebar mustache on him from Diedrich Bader's character in Office Space, and the mullet, and it said, "Sir, a second chick has arrived for you to do at the same time." Oh man, Sal, you
Pretty
look
good.
good. In those. You look like Top
What do you think
Gun.
about these? They stand?
Yeah,
We'll be like Joe
Um,
Rogan.
yeah, you look good, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just got my hair and beard did.
Oh, I gotta tell that joke I said earlier because Sal said he was gonna be late, and I said, "Well, are you on CPT? Calzone people time?"
Calzone people time. Mama, my wife time. My wife.
My wife.
That's one of my favorite things as of recently is referring to like black people as like basketball people or Hellcat drivers.
Okay.
Yo, dude, But dude, basketball people is fun. Yeah, we did that. We riffed that out on the show.
You like Baby Keem?
Yeah, Keem's cool.
He drive that
He's
Hellcat
a
like
little
it's nothing.
loud.
Yeah, I would say.
Ben Shapiro and Tom McDonald accidentally landed on what sounds like what could be a really fun slur. Because I don't know if they're calling themselves this as a duo or if this is supposed to be like the record label for that song, but it's called Rhyme Sayers. And I was like, that sounds like such a good slur for black people.
That's a good
Rhyme
one.
You
Sayers.
rhyme sayers.
Neighborhood was good to all these rhyme sayers moving
Isn't
in.
that Eminem? I'm just a rhyme sayer.
Yeah.
Isn't that Eminem line?
No. His
Probably.
God.
I mean, if they're like contribution to linguistics
it
or our
up.
lexicon is the word rhyme sayers, then I guess all is forgiven with Ben Shapiro because that's such a fun like turn of phrase. Rhyme sayers. You know how to rhyme say is always on their Bluetooth.
No, they were on speakerphone, not on Bluetooth.
Bringing entire damn meals into
Yeah,
the
it's
movie
Role Model.
theater.
The song Role Model.
Oh, he says rhyme sayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another
Well then,
great song.
I'm just a little rhyme sayer that'll spray a can of aerosol cannon up into the ozone layer.
okay. Well, rhyme sayer. Look, it's a fun. We should just start calling black people that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's a fun slur.
You got any more you could come up with? Some Dalton originals?
Where you at? And
Yeah.
as where the phone, it's referencing like the phone they use the where you at. So the where you at?
FaceTimers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
FaceTimer.
dude. Sal, come on, dude. Slam
That's so
dunk.
good.
FaceTimers. Slam dunk.
Slam dunkers.
Slam dunkers.
Slam
Damn.
That's good, man. Let's see. Low batteries or something like that.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Smoke alarm.
Chicken. Oh, here we go. Chicken washers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Chicken washers is good.
Y'all don't wash the chicken?
Yeah. Everybody know white people like, dude, I was trolling the other day. There was like this black lady who's like, why come white people ain't be washing their chicken? And I went in the comments and said, and they damn legs.
And they damn legs.
Damn, dude.
Rag washers.
This is crack. I forgot to tell you. Like, this is the real reason, crack. You're perfect for this show, and I found this out right before we started recording. So you're drinking a Capri Sun, and you were saying that you're a juice boy. You live in the juice world. You're a juice world. You inhabit the juice world, and you don't really care. You can't do sodas because they upset your tummy. So we talk about food and drink a lot on this show.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
most of what we talk about. So first off, what's your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
I thought y'all started already.
That's usually off the start there.
I will tell you first, the definite worst is red.
Oh,
There we go.
I mean,
Red.
like, you're basing it off,
crack. You're already one of us because you know that it's colors, not flavors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
red is the worst on heartburn and the heartburn scale.
Okay, so
and cottonmouth, like you dry. It's that
Yeah.
Hawaiian punch dry throat bullshit.
I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. Being white trash is awesome.
Hell yeah.
This is like the white trash struggle. It's like, yeah, the Hawaiian punch dry throat. It's like, of course.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's why we had to switch
Yeah.
to Kool-Aid. We got tired of the Hawaiian punch throat. Okay, so red's the worst. What's the best?
I feel like I feel like maybe number one is probably a tie between Glacier Freeze, which I believe is the light blue.
I think
light
blue's
I think
Light blue is
Glacier
good.
Freeze is the cum one. It like has like a cum color.
That's
too.
Arctic
that's
Blitz
Glacier
is the light
Cherry.
one.
Oh, is that Glacier
Arc-
Cherry? Oh,
Arctic Blitz,
Yeah,
I think, is the lighter one.
it's the light blue, the light
Yeah,
blue,
light
or
blue is
the
good.
original yellow.
you're
is-
right. The Glacier. See, this is why it's colors, just light blue, because there's the names. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
that's
know
how
there's
they.
like a cum color one. There's the light blue. Glacier. Yeah, the light blue is tight. And then what was the other one?
I feel like the original yellow is pretty damn good.
Yellow's good. Yellow's a solid choice. My favorite, and it's like I think it's a recent flavor. Like it only has existed within the last like 10 years, maybe, is the seafoam green. I think the lime cucumber, but its
Hey,
color is
speaking
not
of
flavored.
Gatorade, are you afraid if you make it as a rapper, you'll be assassinated? Because that's kind of a thing right now, huh?
He's already made it as a rapper. God damn it!
Well, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean it like that.
Crack's got flow.
I'm
I
gonna look it
think
up after this.
I feel pretty safe in the fact that I almost strictly attack people that are pussies that will never do anything about it.
That's a way. That's the way to go. Honestly,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do
my
feel like
dad
you're
told
not
me.
you as like a wigger rapper in North Carolina, you're never gonna have a target on your back to where like Joey Diaz is gonna make threats on your life.
This motherfucker.
Like he did with fucking Red Bar. That was crazy with that clip I found.
Guilty
Um
of laughter.
yeah, you're guilty of laughter, dog. It's like, what are you the fucking McCarthy of comedy? What are you talking about? Because Jules was laughing, she's also getting whacked. These people they
It's
take
very odd that somebody who would be so seemingly like jovial and always on a high amount of THC would say anything besides like, "Oh, fuck that guy. I don't care. Let's keep talking about fucking tits or whatever he talks
Yeah,
about." I don't know.
my balls, or
Back to
whatever.
my balls.
Back to my balls. Yeah, I haven't read a book since high school, and but I just published a book. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Anytime one of these dipshits, I'm included in that. I can't write a fucking book, but anytime one of these people who, like, we know for a fact probably never even finished the books they were supposed to read in school, all of a sudden get a book published, and then they're on these interviews, and it's just like, so I read the book, it's great, is wonderful prose, and it's like, yeah, because there was probably like a team of people that the publishers had to hire to parse out the like whatever dumb shit this person was talking about into a book. Because nobody writes their own books anymore. It's done by Ivy League like Jewish kids.
AI pretty soon.
Do what? Oh yeah,
I could tell
AI.
AI to write a book about like me and fucking doing some shit I didn't even do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we were talking. Correct. So AI. You're using
Did you
AI
like
for your.
those? Sorry, I was saying
We
you like the
talked about
Jesus
the
AIs.
we talked about the pictures. The Taylor Swift pictures?
Or the Jesus ones I sent you.
Oh, the Jesus ones were cool, yeah. I
Yeah,
have
it was
I have,
stupid
I have a
AI.
few I made where Jesus is pregnant. But crack
The
so
grandson of God.
so the yes, the holy quadrilogy. Um crack. You're using AI for your raps now?
I haven't been, but I'm doing some planning on what I'm gonna do for it. I don't want to give the exact sauce away yet, because somebody might do the shit before I do it, which
Right.
people have already kind of done what I'm thinking about doing. It's just fucking terrible. So, but yeah, I plan on using some AI, and I feel like maybe that's something I could do where I could rap as like these AI characters, and maybe that's a little line that I have out there that's like something that could potentially go viral without having to
Yeah.
do some gay topical bullshit rap, you know.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I think like first off, I have no fear about AI. AI is awesome and it's only gonna make life better. I mean, life will probably get like pretty shitty for like a minute when everybody loses their jobs. But
Yeah,
then on the other
it's gonna
side
level
of
the
the
playing field
yeah, you got to
big time.
salt the earth a little bit, burn down the crops to refresh the soil, and but then the harvest comes the next season, and we eat bountifully. Yeah, because it's not the AI thing. Like I've certainly been thinking about it as much as anyone. And it's like it's not going to go away, and this repulsion that artists and creatives have toward it, I understand, but also I think you should like the smart thing to do would be to embrace it and be like, how can I use this new like tool, like a paintbrush
You
or
might as well learn to farm and hunt and make hockey sticks into weapons and shit. Because that's where we're going. That's going to be the new skill.
can I still make pictures of Taylor Swift if she was pregnant?
Yeah, I mean, you're using
Okay,
AI to your
hey,
advantage.
we're fine then.
You're you're
We're
embracing.
fine. Uh,
Hey, we.
what time police? Are
Yeah,
you
I gotta use the bathroom too. So
all right? We'll go piss,
Crack.
and we're gonna like let's finish up this thought about AI because we're doing
All right, go ahead.
deep ass thoughts with crack right now.
Deep ass
Because
thoughts.
all right,
I
get some more coffee, and then
yeah,
we'll switch to the Patreon.
all right. But yeah, I think like AI is something that is certainly going to become more consuming in our lives, like more ubiquitous. And it's smart to embrace it, like to start trying to use it to just make your life easier. I don't know why people have this like feeling that life has to suck and be difficult for it to for it to mean anything. It's like no, I mean if I could just like if I have good ass ideas, but I don't feel like really working on them too hard, I'll just type them into a thing and then
Mhm.
make the thing will do the work. Maybe I am just lazy.
I'm very fucking lazy too, but like the thing with me, I just have mixed feelings on it because part of me wants to be like, we look at each other like these artists that create, unique things that come from only our mind, and that's kind of the stamp you put on it. Like when you say some stuff in like your Dalton sort of ways, like maybe does that get removed, But on the other hand,
Right.
I'm a very selfish, lazy person that if this technology is out there, I am going to use it to my advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, why do people want to work so like that's the thing. Is like I don't want to do shit. So if I could get away with as little effort as possible, I'm on board with that. That's why I'm pissed about the whole Taylor Swift situation because like if this bitch takes AI from me, a jihad upon Taylor Swift for doing
Mhm.
that shit.
Free one.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
free jihad. She didn't even have to
Free HUD.
subscribe. She didn't even have to subscribe to the Patreon. Nobody did for me to call a jihad upon Taylor Swift. But folks, if you do subscribe to the $25 tier on the Patreon, I will call a jihad upon your enemies. And after 3 months, you'll get the Fraternal Order of Corn-Fed decal. So it is, essentially $75 for a sticker. We also have the $5 tier to which Crack, I think you're subscribed actually.
I am, yes.
I appreciate that, bro.
That's
Do
amazing.
you wait? Do you have a Patreon?
Yeah. Patreon.com/crackamico. Only $1 to join.
Patreon.com/crackamico. $1 to join. We
You
don't
know
play
what I
that.
did see on Google Crack?
Hold on, Sal. I'm plugging the Patreon. Patreon.
Shit.
That was his. Patreon.com/crackamico.
We'll do mine then.
Ours is patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. And you can get the $5, $10, $15, $25 tiers and get access to all the premium episodes, bonus content. And then I guess I have a new Twitter account and it's at Dalton Pruitt, Dalton Pruitt BPN, for Billionaire Podcast Network. Ching, bing, 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 did you fill her up? And that's where I'll be rising to the heavens on social media because at least starting from the bottom, on this one, at least it's not shadow banned. So
Yeah. And you know
that's
what
tight.
BPN stands for?
What?
Big penis. Not.
I had the same exact thought, except for the N was for a slur.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice. Nice. You should say
Nextel haver. Nextel haver.
so. Hey, do you rap when you rap along to your favorite songs? You say the N word.
Yeah.
Sometimes he says it even when it's not in the
Out of
song.
respect. Yeah. Sometimes I only say that part of the song.
He'll add
No.
it to other songs.
I just wait and just say that part of the song.
There are times where like a rapper says brother in a song and I accidentally say the N-word because I assume like that's what it's supposed to be, kind of.
Dude,
But I have no qualms. Like I tell people I am an open book with this because one day it will inevitably happen. I've spent over half of my life using the soft A, not the hard R. Let's not get anything twisted.
I mean, come on,
Uh,
don't get
that's for
twisted.
behind closed doors with very close friends. But as
At the
far as
meetings, at the meetings.
as far as the
Yeah,
soft
when
A,
you're having
bro,
sex.
I say it all the time. I say it all the time when I'm driving. Just like I'm basically a black dude when I'm driving. And like I freestyle on my streams all the time. It's really the only thing worthwhile that I do on my streams. And one of these days, I mean, it could be tomorrow, it could be 2 years from now. I'm gonna drop that bitch. It's gonna happen.
Just to be going hard.
So I'm
As
getting
my
out in front of
dreams
it.
get bigger, and then it comes out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So wait, Crack, you're a black guy when you drive, so your car is probably about to get repossessed soon, right? For all the
Is it an Impala?
mispayments.
Is it an Impala?
Yeah, what kind of is it a black people car? Is it like a Chrysler 300 or something?
No, it's not. It's a very disappointing type of car.
Is it a
I don't even know if
cigarette
I should
car?
reveal it. No, actually, that's one of my weird little things that I've never been a smoke while I'm driving kind of guy. I don't like my car smelling like cigs, and whenever I'm smoking a cig, I like to be just I have nothing else
Outside.
to do. Just yeah, outside,
So it
just
can just
on a
go away.
porch.
God damn, dude, that's such a good ass feeling. Just like sitting on a porch, like just focused on the cigarette. That's
Hmm.
nice, dude.
You know what the best feeling is when you have another one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
When you're like,
Yeah,
"Fuck it, I'll have one more.
I've done. Yeah, whereas
I got
like
nothing to do."
only thing better than a cigarette is two cigarettes.
That felt good. I
Mm-hmm.
could just do it again.
I'm actually
Yeah.
not a big I'm not like a super big cigarette smoker. The only thing that I've really had like super addictive personality with is drinking. With cigarettes, I really smoke probably like maybe two, maybe three a day, but I'm mostly fucking locked in on this
Oh, the
shit right here.
Zinspiracy,
Yeah.
the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Kevin, if
Citronella
someone
Grey.
pulled out a bag of Coke right now, I would tell Kevin to run to the store and get me a pack of Cool's Menthol 100s.
Dude, Cool 100s are pretty cool. They're
Yeah,
good. I like them.
I smoked those for years. I'm gonna
Yeah,
die because of those.
yeah. Like as a teenager, like when I first smoked a menthol, I'm like, why would anyone smoke a non-menthol? You
Yeah,
know,
dude, they're so good.
I didn't have a refined tobacco palate. I was no Bobby Kelly at
I
that
mean,
time.
honestly, you know, want to know how I settled on Cool's? I was a kid with a fake ID and I didn't know what to pick, and I was like, Cool's. Oh man, that looks cool.
It does look cool. The
There you go.
package, cigarette packaging, like the ads for cigarettes and the packages, like all of it
Hmm.
looks fucking sick.
So I just said pack of Cool's.
Like when I was 17 and the friend I had, like the first
It
guy I
was
knew
a
that
pretty good year.
the first guy I knew turned 18. I asked it. He was like, "Hey, I just turned 18. I can go buy cigarettes now." He's like, "Do you want to get you a pack of cigarettes?" And I picked those like the camel reds, the ones with a K in the like yellow, orange, red pack. I picked those because I thought that pack looked fucking tight. I was like, this looks like the coolest cigarette ever. And it
It
hurt. It
was.
hurt a lot to smoke it. It was
Dude,
very
I smoked Camel Turkish Royals and Turkish
Oh,
Golds for like 2 years
yeah,
strictly
because the
because the pack
coupons,
looked
right?
so fucking cool.
Because every
yeah,
pack he bought had a coupon for the next pack.
dude.
Those
Like
are good.
Yo,
yeah, whatever like crack team of artists and advertise guys, like marketing guys, they got at these cigarette companies. They nailed it because
Yeah,
all
dude.
that all that shit looks so fucking cool. Joe
Dude,
Camel, the
I had
Marlboro
a buddy that
Man.
smoked so much Marlboro, I would send him shit. Like he got a sleeping bag and like a fucking jacket, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yep.
cigarette ads and like design. Like that was the I had that guy reached out to me and was like, "Can I do like art for you?" And I just sent him like old tobacco ads and was like, "Can you do something like this?" And that was that thing he whipped up, which looks fucking tight. Um,
those do look tight. They almost look like old like title cards for a movie or some shit. It's
yes.
fucking dope.
Yeah, advertising back then. I wonder like what it is about now, like what they've determined why every ad needs to have this like very sterile, minimal. Either minimal or it's I don't even know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not an
So
ad guy.
Do you have your own version of mom's spaghetti? Is it maybe like a meatloaf or like some other dish?
Is
Mm,
it Aunt's rigatoni?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Possibly.
oh.
nah, I have a lot
Aunt's
of.
rigatoni.
Uncle's manicotti.
I,
Already. Uncle's manicotti.
I don't have the ability right now to answer that in a funny way.
Okay. Did you guys see what I post? I posted something today where I said knees weak, arms heavy. There's semen in his pants already. Mom's wet pussy.
Wow.
I gotta follow your new Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow you, buddy.
At Dalton Pruitt BPN, Crack Amico, at Crack Amico, patreon.com/Crack Amico. Do you also have a YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube is where I would direct people that don't know me. YouTube, everything is free on there. That's like my best shit.
Do you guys
The
want to rap
music.
to 8 Mile?
No, not right
Will you
now.
let him do his plug?
Not right now.
goddammit,
Let
Seth?
him do his plug. YouTube.com/at Crack Amico.
Yeah, and that's where all my good shit is. That's like what I'm actually proud of. And if you like that so much, then maybe you'll want to do my other shit where you have to pay for it. You know?
Sweet. Nice. YouTube.com/at Crack Amico. Patreon.com/Crack Amico. Folks, this has been the free episode of Corn Fed this week. We're gonna hop on. We're gonna hop our white asses over to Patreon and start saying the slurs.
Oh yeah.
See,
Can we say gook?
Okay, not yet. Save it.
Gotta wait for the pause.
You better put a gobbledy in front of that.
Gobblegook.
You better put a gobbledy in front of that before you say it on this episode. All right, folks. Thank you. End.